Let's get into a discussion, pertaining to why narcissists never really forget their old supply. Even though it might have been years you've been done with them, some of you months, a lot of people in their mind, they'll be like, I don't think they'll ever reach out, or I don't think they're thinking about me. And really, a lot of that is your emotion talking from the state of being discarded. When you've been discarded in such a way, it feels like there's no way they would have never did me like this if they're still thinking about me, right? So I want to discuss a critical aspect of narcissistic behavior, why they never truly forget about their old sources of supply. So let's kind of go over some things here. First of all, you have to understand you as being the supply, right? And to understand why narcissists never forget about you, we first need to define narcissistic supply. And that term refers to the attention, admiration, emotional reactions, and validations that a narcissist derives from other people. And narcissists view people as independent individuals, but resources that fuel their self-worth or their objectives, right? So you have to understand, in that beginning period where you were idolized, right? It's like the new car or anything new that you get. It's like you're all into it, right? Everything is exciting about it. Then over a period of time, it dulls itself. It loses its appeal, so to speak. Narcissists aren't looking at connections, again, as how normal people would look at them. That's why, normal people can find value and keep the equity that they've built together intact over time, where narcissists cannot. It's all about what are you doing for them now, and are you still holding their attention in the same manner that you did before? So we know about the primary sources, and there's two main ones, which is the primary supply, which is the one they get the constant admiration and attention and validation from. Then the secondary, which is the backup, including former partners, ex-friends, or even enemies who provide them an emotional reaction when engaged with. The point is, though, when we look deeper into why you're not forgotten, a common misconception is that when a narcissist moves on, they completely forget about past sources of supply. And this is rarely the case. And here's why. People are objects to them. And this is what a lot of you struggle with understanding. You're an object, right? You're like, a tool that, for fellas, if you had a tool that you need, you're working on your car, it may be put up. Your tools are put up until you need them, right? Until they have a significant purpose. Ladies, y'all's shoe collection, heels and purses, some of which only get touched one time in a year, right? And you're not using it until an occasion calls for it, right? But it's not that you forget that you have these things. It's just that they're put up. That's how narcissists see people. They see people in the same manner. Narcissists do not form genuine emotional connections. Instead, again, people are looked at as tools to serve a purpose. If a tool was once useful, it might be needed again at some point, right? And like a collector who keeps objects, just in case, a narcissist mentally stores past supplies for potential future uses, right? Their ego cannot tolerate true loss. Just think about that. Their ego cannot tolerate true loss. When someone exits a narcissist's life, especially if they left under their own terms, the narcissist perceives this as an ego injury. And instead of processing the loss emotionally, they keep past sources in their mental database, waiting for the right time to re-engage. This is why they always still stalk you. Yeah, they still look at, and if you're open on any type of social media thing, they're checking in from time to time, guaranteed. That need for control. Narcissists have a great fear of losing control over what they once manipulated. If a former spouse moves on or supply, they heal and become independent, the narcissist feels threatened of the newfound strength that you found. And to regain that dominance, they may reappear suddenly, even after months or years. Years, because in their mind, you will never recover from them. You can't do any better than them. There's nobody that makes you smile like them. There's nobody that makes you happy like them. This is what they're saying to themselves about you. Well, when you prove them wrong and you are moving on with your life and you are appearing happy and content, it dispels everything that they're thinking about you. Which goes into where that lack of emotional closure too. Normal individuals seek closure after relationships. Narcissists, however, do not experience closure in the same way. Instead of moving on healthy, they return to past sources to see if they can still extract supply, ensuring that they will still have a psychological grip on the old supply. So a lot of times they're just checking to see if they still got it with you. Yeah, they're just seeing if do I still have it? Do I still have them like I had them before when I was with them? When I needed them to use them? Do I still have that pull on them? And they'll test it from time to time. Narcissists, if they hit a boredom or a dry supply season, when a narcissist's current source of supply starts to fade or their new partner no longer adores them in the same way, they will seek alternatives quickly. They'll reach out to you. You're the backup plan. When you think they're done, you just get put on the shelf as the backup plan. Because remember this, guys, remember this. They had you wrapped around their finger. You may not like to hear it in that way, but at some point while you were with them, they had you either, in love with them, deeply committed and devoted to them. So they know the effects of what they had on you. So reaching out again, they expect to be well received when they do. They don't expect to be blocked. They don't expect to be ignored when they do come back. This is something you have to understand. They're expecting you to be open arms. Some narcissists thrive on that emotional chaos. They may check in simply to stir up past wounds or regain a sense of power. This is especially true if they feel discarded or ignored by you. Another thing is to stroke their ego. If you give them conversation, if you're wondering what's been going on with them when they do pop up, that strokes their ego because it shows interest. You're interested in what's been going on in the life of them while they've been gone, which still shows they still have an effect on you. Also, they do this to set the stage for future manipulation. Some check-ins are just breadcrumbs, small interactions meant to keep the door open for future exploitation. If you respond positively, the narcissist may escalate, a lot of their involvement again with you, leading to the cycle of reattachment and then discard. But the deeper meaning behind their return, at its core, a narcissist's inability to forget their old supply is not about love. It's not about them caring or a genuine interest in you. It's all about ego and self-preservation. Yeah, ego and self-preservation. They do not value people. They do not value what people can give them. They fear being forgotten. Many of you may not know that, but they fear being forgotten. Not because they miss you, but because they cannot stand losing the influence over you. Right? That's a powerful thing. The influence that they had over you is, wow, it's like it shows them that they're not the person in their mind that they paint themselves out to be. Very disheartening for them. Their return is rarely innocent too. This is all calculated moves to see if they can still access your energy. If a narcissist appears in your life, ask yourself this: what do they stand to gain? Are they out of supply? Do they sense that you've moved on and want to sabotage that healing, that progress that you made? Are they trying to regain control after a period of absence? You have to understand the motives. And that's important to break free of their manipulation. Right? No contact and realizing these things is important because it's going to keep you from that cycle, that loop. Right? Narcissists never truly forget their old supply because they view people as resources, not as independent beings with feelings. And yes, they periodically check in, and these are not acts of love, but attempts to regain control or to confirm their significance to that they were to you, or to extract further emotional energy. And that's pretty much bottom line. Anyway, that's all I got to say for this message. If you like and you got anything out of it, consider to subscribe and like. If you want a one-on-one consultation, click the link in the description. My email is there. Shoot me an email and I'll get you information on how you can go about doing that. Till next time, have a good one.